So let me, so far what we have seen, let me show you the image. Okay, so far up to PO in vendor invoice we have seen it. So first what we have done it, we have created the purchase requisition. From purchase requisition we have started submission for the approval, and from approval we have created the RFQ, okay, request for quotation. Under request for quotation we have sent to vendor. From vendor we have received the replies, and we have compared the vendor quote quotations, and we are accepted the vendor and we are rejected the vendor. So once we accept, the other quotations will be rejected, and from here the PO process will be finished. Our PR workflow process will be finished, and it will convert from PR to PO. Okay, from PO it is converted, and we have done the confirmation, PO confirmation. Once the PO confirmation is done, we will do the product receipt. Product receipt is done, then we will do the PO invoice. Up to this part we have seen it. The next part is payment. So payment is completely financed. So let me show you that also. For that, what we will do, let me go a step back. So this vendor is LTL vendor, right? Okay. So what we will do, we will go to the accounts payable module. Under accounts payable module we have payments. Under payments we have vendor payment journal. Okay. Okay, so at here we will click on new, and at here we will select the vendor pay, and you will click on lines. Okay, so once you click on lines, so this is the view how it vendor payment journal will look like. So at here we will select account has that particular vendor, that is our vendor is LTL vendor, right? Either you can type LTL, it will filter automatically, or else you can directly filter from here in this particular drop down. Under this particular drop down also you can filter with that particular vendor name. Okay, so once you have selected the vendor account and you will press tab, the vendor name information will be populated, and you will see the settle transaction button. Previously it is disabled, now it has been enabled. Let me show you that once again. Now you can see the settle transaction is disabled, right? So when I type LTL, I have selected the vendor, and if I press tab, you can see this button will be enabled. Okay, so if you go this particular settle transaction, you will find the list of invoices which we have posted against this particular vendor. Okay, now you can see this is the invoice which we have posted just 2 to 3 minutes ago during the our PO invoice. Okay, so I will select this particular line item and I will click on OK. Sorry, I need to reduce the zoom size so that I can click on OK. Let me increase it. Okay, so once I clicked on OK, you can see the amount is automatically come under debit side. The reason behind is we are making the vendor payment. When we are making the vendor payment, our vendor will be debited. Okay, during invoice what happened, our vendor is credited. We need to pay to the vendor, so still we are due to vendor, so that was the reason it's showing in negative. Okay, now at here by default, at here I will select the bank account. So at here in this particular drop down I will select USMF operation. Okay, and I will click on post. So once I click on post, my vendor payment is done. Okay, I just clicked on post button. You can see operation completed. And if I click on this particular voucher, now at here my accounts payable in the sense my vendor balance is getting debited and respective bank account is credited. So this is the third entry of the payment. Vendor debit with 105 and bank is credited with 105. Okay, so these are the three entries during the PO invoice. I will share this screenshot in the chat session so that you can remember it. Okay, so these are the three entries during the PO invoice time, and even the interviewer will ask these three entries. So what is my product receipt entry, what is my PO invoice entry, during payment what is my entry. So these are the three entries which definitely an interviewer will ask you for the SCM questions. Okay, and there is another question which he may ask about the he will ask you to explain the procure to pay cycle. Okay, procure to pay cycle is nothing but the image which I am showing to you. This one, procure to pay cycle will start from the purchase requisition, from purchase requisition to RFQ. Under RFQ will finalize the vendor, then the PR approval process will be completed. Then once it is PR is approved, you will convert to PO, and after that you will do confirmation, receiving, invoice and payment. So you have to remember this complete cycle as in this way. Even if the interviewer asks to explain the procurement pay cycle, so you can explain on high level. Okay, so you should remember this flow. This is very complicated flow to explain the business need. So I'll make another small flow and I will share with you in the chat session so that you can remember it easily. Okay, so this is the another question which may ask during the interview and how you can answer. Sorry. So how you can answer? The first thing is we will create the PR, and after that we will create the purchase requisition line, we will submit to the workflow, we will create the request for quotation, we will send it and invite the vendors for the bidding, we will finalize the vendor and we will accept it, and rejection process will be done in compare replies. After that we will complete the PR cycle, PR in workflow cycle, and we'll convert the PR to PO. After that, if the approval is there, we will submit to the approval. If the approval is not there, it confirmed. After that, you will do the product receipt and you will do the invoice and you will do the payment. Okay, so this is the complete procure to pay cycle. So is there any doubt in this one? So far we have covered procure to pay cycle and the accounting entries, partial receive, correction, the correction of product receipt, cancellation of product receipt, and RFQ process. We have seen it. Okay, so if you have any question in that, please let me know. Okay, so if there is no question, so there are two more scenarios. Let me quickly cover one more scenario, that is advance. So let me show you how we can create the advance for this purchase order and fixed asset. Okay, Hmm, where is my cursor? Yeah. Okay, so let me go back to the dynamics. So I'm at home page. Okay, now I'm directly creating the purchase order. Okay, to demonstrate how we can issue the advance invoice and advance payment. Okay, so so far what we have seen the complete procure to pay cycle. Now in between we want to issue some advance to the vendor. Okay, to issue advance to vendor we need to generate the advance invoice and payment. So there are two conceptual things which you need to do it. So first I will go to the accounts payable, purchase order, all purchase order. This is one way. Another way is you can navigate to procurement sourcing, purchase order, all purchase order. Okay, so at here I am clicking on new button to generate new purchase order. So once I click on new, a create purchase order form will be open in front end, and at here we will select the vendor. Like for example I am selecting GM Infotech. Okay, and if I scroll down and if site warehouse, if you have any site warehouse you can update. If it is not there you can leave it as blank. So I am just updating some random site and warehouse. Okay, and I will click on OK. So once I click on OK, a purchase order will be generated. So this is my purchase order number 151 which is generated. Okay, so at here in line level I will select the category. Like for example I am selecting as rent expenses. Okay, rent expenses I am selecting as procurement category, and I'm giving quantity as 12 each month, and unit price I'm mentioning as 50k. Okay, so at here for each month 50,000. Okay, each month 50,000, annually it's 60 lakhs, 6 lakhs. Okay, so this is my annual rent and this is my monthly rent, and this for duration is 12 months. Okay, so now I will click on submit. There is no workflow, so I will not click on submit. I will directly go to the purchase tab, and I will click on actions confirm. Okay, as I said, the confirmation is mandatory thing. Without confirmation we cannot do any receiving part, invoice part. Okay, now we have done the confirmation action. Okay, now there is a difference between the prepayment invoice. Prepayment in the sense over here is advance invoice and as well as PO invoice. Okay, the form look like same, but conceptually it's different. How it is different means, in PO invoice before that we will do the receiving. Okay, that is nothing but the product receipt. And advance invoice we will apply a parameter that is nothing but prepayment. Okay, you can see under purchase tab, under prepay actions we have prepayment. Okay, you will click on this prepayment. Okay, and at here you will provide the description. Like for example I want